She looked me right in the eyes that night and lied, smoothly, confidently, as if she'd rehearsed every word. It wasn't just a lie. It was the tone she used, the tiny pause before she spoke, the way her eyes drifted past mine, instead of meeting them. I didn't challenge her. I didn't demand the truth. I didn't beg her to be honest. I simply walked out, not because I wanted to leave her, but because staying meant losing myself while trying to hold on to someone who was already gone. I thought that was the end of us. And for a long time, it was until she came back, carrying tears, regret, and the truth I had waited far too long to hear. It all started with distance, the slow unraveling. Text replied hours later. Excuses that felt empty. Plans canceled more often than kept. The woman who once poured her heart into mine had become a stranger wearing her skin. Whenever I asked if something was wrong, she'd smile too fast and whisper, "No, baby, I'm just tired. You're imagining things." But my instincts knew better. There's a painful space where your heart sees the truth long before your mind wants to accept it. I lived there for weeks, caught between doubt and hope. Then came the night everything broke. She told me she was going out with her friends. Hours passed, then the entire night, with no messages and no call. When she finally stumbled inside, her lipstick was smeared and her jacket carried the scent of a man's cologne. I asked, "Were you really with your girls tonight?" She blinked once and smiled, calm, unfazed. "Oh, so now you don't trust me?" That was the moment. That one line. She delivered the lie flawlessly. No stutter, no guilt, no hesitation. Something inside me quietly collapsed. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse her. I didn't throw anything. I just grabbed my jacket and walked out. I left her, left the life we built, left a version of myself that accepted half-truths dressed up as love. Because love without honesty isn't love. It's survival. And I was done surviving. Within a week, I moved out. No dramatic goodbye, no bitter texts, no blocking, just silence. I thought she would reach out, explain, fight for us. She didn't. Her silence convinced me she didn't care enough to try, and letting go got easier once I believed she'd already moved on. Months passed, almost 10. I slowly stitched myself back together. I laughed again, really laughed. I stopped checking my phone for her name. Stopped replaying that night in my head. Life finally felt like it belonged to me again. Then, late one evening, someone knocked at my door. I opened it and saw her, exhausted, eyes swollen, shoulders slumped. She held a crumpled envelope like it weighed her down. She didn't say hello, didn't force her way in, just whispered, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" I stepped aside, not because I forgave her, but because I needed to understand why she'd come. She sat on the edge of the couch like she didn't deserve to take up space. And then she broke. "I lied to you," she said, barely audible. "I waited. I wasn't with my friends that night. I was with him." Her voice shook. I didn't sleep with him, but I let the line get too close. And when I walked through the door and saw your face, I panicked. I lied because I was ashamed. I thought the truth would destroy us. But losing you anyway destroyed me. She handed me the envelope. Inside was a letter dated 6 months earlier. I've written this so many times. I never had the courage to send it. But you deserve the truth. She explained everything. How it started, what she felt, and the guilt that never left her. The silence I mistook as indifference had actually been her punishment to herself. When I finished reading, my hands were shaking. She stood up to leave. "I'm not asking for forgiveness," she whispered. "I just couldn't keep this from you anymore. You deserved honesty, even if it's too late." She walked toward the door, and just like the last time, I almost let her go without a word. But this time I spoke. "You're right," I said. "You lost me the moment you lied. But what you did tonight, that was real." She turned, tears streaming. "So what happens now?" she asked. I looked at her, the woman I had once loved deeply, now stripped of every excuse, finally truthful. "Now," I said, "we both heal. Maybe our paths meet again. Maybe they don't. But it starts with honesty." She nodded. No begging. No bargaining. Just a quiet, broken, "Thank you." And when she walked out again, it didn't destroy me. Not like before. For anyone who's been betrayed, the deepest heartbreak often arrives quietly, not loudly. And sometimes the person who hurt you comes back, not to repair the damage, but to admit they were damaged themselves. If this stings, you're not alone. Truth won't erase the pain, but it will give you your power back. Your healing begins the moment you choose to take it.